Hello YouTube, this is my first attempt at an instructional video where I'm going to try and show you how to build my SwitchBot Blind and Tilt controlled blast gate from Thingiverse. I'll leave a link in the description below. Right, so to try and get these fitted on my air conditioning unit, which is in the loft, I wanted 3 outputs, 3 inputs. So there was clash zones, so I had to redesign these so that there was minimal body on them. So because of that, I have to glue all the parts, which is relatively easy. It's just getting everything put into position. I'm sure somebody could do a much better design than I've come up with, but this has gone through several designs and a lot of wasted filament, and it's actually got to the point where it works fine for me, so I'm happy with it. But like I say, somebody's going to come up with a much better design than I have eventually. So anyway, this is the assembly, and hopefully at the end of it I'll show you it working. This is just contact adhesive. It's just to try and set it a bit faster. So yeah, the first design I made of this, they were just the bolted together ones. This is a redesign of somebody's design on Thingiverse, which again I'll link in the description. I forget the gentleman's name, or ladies, it might have been a woman that designed it, I'm not sure. But this is just a redesign of theirs, really to suit my own needs. Basically, the whole thing started, I wanted to fit a diesel heater in the loft to supply the bedrooms upstairs with a fresh supply of fresh air. Basically, I wanted it to act as a PIV unit. For those of you that aren't sure what a PIV unit is, it's a positive input ventilation unit. So it's to help mitigate against damp. And we have a bit of a problem with damp in our upstairs bedrooms with the adjoining bathrooms. So this was a way to try and combat that. So we basically the diesel heater was a success, and it heated the rooms really well as well. Actually, I'm not sure how much it's saving us in the realms of gas. But it worked really well. So anyway, this made me decide that I wanted to install an air conditioning unit in the loft, which we already had. It was a bit of a hassle getting it in and out of the storage. So I fitted the air conditioning in the loft, 3D printed some nozzles, inputs and outputs, and connected all the vents in the loft, which I'll attach some photos, or I'll maybe do a video on that at a later date. And yeah. So now we've got the ability to air condition the rooms or heat them. So right, these are 6. Let's have a look. 608 Z bearings. I think the 17mm with an 8mm hole in them. Probably excessive. Like I say, this thing was a whole redesign, and I basically just kept modifying what I already had, so I didn't have to start from scratch. I'm sure somebody could do a much better job of this, but looking on the internet I couldn't find a design anywhere that uses these SwitchBot Blind and Tilts, and I already have a lot of the SwitchBot infrastructure, So it was just it was a no-brainer really for me to get these, and then I can wire them in so that they're constantly powered, and they work a treat, which I'll demonstrate in a moment. I think the easiest way to do this is to fit this in first. It's all a bit of a work in progress. It does fit together. It just needs a little bit of tweaking. I'm sure people are screaming at me now because this is one of the worst things to watch on a YouTube video, is when somebody's struggling to get something together. But anyway, never mind. Oh, where's my little... Right, here's my little gears. I'll slide one of these in first. Seems to be clashing. Maybe needs a little bit of a file down. Obviously a lot of these things they could do with a bit of a clean up before you assemble it all. Oh, there it is. There's a tiny bit of filament in that bit there that needs filed out or cut out. I'll just do that momentarily. That's it, much better. That will teach me not to test these things before I start filming. Right, so like I said, this is a bit of a fiddly assembly, but this is just to try and explain how to assemble it, or show how to assemble it at least, so that anybody wanting to have a go for themselves already knows how to do it. One bit in. Now, as you can probably see, probably not know I've fitted that. These have been 3D printed so that they go together. Obviously I couldn't print one solid shaft, so I needed a way to join these afterwards. It also helps with the alignment. Once I've attached this gate piece, I glue this to those, and it's pretty much the thing assembled. So anyway, we'll crack on. Just need to fit these two bearings. Harder work than work. Right. So these are the only two parts of the SwitchBot Blind Tilt that you'll need. Is this bit, which is supposed to connect onto your blind mechanism, and obviously the body. Yeah, it's a little bit fiddly to fit, but doable. That's it. And you can clip that in now, and it's just a case of lining everything up now. So you want to try and get these roughly lined up before you insert this. There will be a little bit of play afterwards. It just makes it a little bit easier. I probably shouldn't have shut that actually. Oh, the one thing to note is, make sure that that's chamfered sanded down, because you can struggle getting it through the bearings if it isn't. Which I don't know. Probably just needs a little bit more off it. Again, like I say, it isn't assembled straight out of the 3D printer. It does need a little bit of sanding, and in fact I had to drill these out at 8mm on the with an 8mm drill bit. So I run an 8mm drill through these beforehand, because they're just a little bit tight, and again probably could have done with a redesign, and anyway I didn't, so here we are. I'm just going to try and align these up at the same time as trying to line this little hexagon up with its female counterpart. That's it. Look at that, perfect, kind of. Right, so I just need to glue these bits on now. That should be it. And that should be our gate fully connected now. Ready for programming. Right, so use the SwitchBot app. I'll try and do this upside down. Need to add a new device. New blind tilt. Press the button to program it to start pairing mode. We'll just leave it as blind tilt 47 for now. Skip the instructions, I have already fitted it. Right, now it's telling me to fully close down the blind, which I just leave at that position. That's fully closed. Okay, next, open. Now I usually go to half open, even though it's saying fully open, but you'll see why in a moment. Next, then it wants to fully close up. So your blinds would be closed, open, fully closed up. Anyway, so at this point, I open it up as far as it'll go. Next, then it says open the blinds again, which again, the open position for this was halfway. Next, and that is programmed. So now, no, we won't do that now. Cancel, get off. Now we can control it. So, thanks, cat. Right, so this is half open now, or it's thinking it's open. So if I wind it down, that's fully closed. If I wind it up, it's fully open. And there you go. This is how you create a SwitchBot controlled blast gate. There you go. SwitchBot Blind and Tilt controlling a blast gate. Now obviously people could use these for whatever they want to use them for. I use them for a ventilation system. People can use them for their extract ducts in their garages or sheds or whatever, for the laser engravers or CNC machines. But yeah, there you go.